All right. Welcome to the session. Let's get some love in the chat. Keep it going. Keep that energy high. I hope you got a cup of coffee. I know I did. So I am ready to go for this session, the $2.5 billion opportunity, the growth of cryptocurrency giving in 2025. The Giving Block, a Shift4 company, is the platform that helps nonprofits fundraise more efficiently from modern philanthropists with their crypto, stock, and DAF fundraising solutions. Pioneers of the crypto philanthropy movement, the Giving Block developed the leading solutions for cryptocurrency donations, taking crypto and NFT donations mainstream in the nonprofit sector. The Giving Block team then developed a stock and DAF giving experience built to empower even more donors to give. When combined, the Giving Block product suite empowers more donors than ever to provide assets to their favorite causes. Today, thousands of nonprofits are using the Giving Block to fundraise from modern philanthropists. You can learn more at thegivingblock.com, book a demo, and now we have a short video to help you learn more about how the Giving Block can help your nonprofit fundraise.
The fundraising world is changing, so we built an efficient, all-in-one platform to meet the needs of today's donors. The Giving Block modernizes digital giving for thousands of nonprofits. Fundraise non-cash assets like stocks, cryptocurrency, and donor-advised fund grants, all with a simple online form. Empower your donors to create a legacy as champions of your cause while minimizing their taxes and maximizing generosity. Learn more today at thegivingblock.com.
And just for Nonprofit Marketing Summit registrants, you can jumpstart your crypto fundraising journey with a $500 Bitcoin donation on the Giving Block by signing up today. Get your $500 Bitcoin donation. Sign up for the Giving Block right now. And I am so excited to introduce to you Nick Michalewski, is the senior sales manager at the Giving Block. Nick lives in New York. Me too. So I would love to see you there. And has over 10 years of experience in regulatory compliance in both fiat currency and cryptocurrency. Before coming to the Giving Block, he developed customer onboarding, enhanced due diligence, and anti-financial crime solutions for Fortune 100 organizations. Nick is passionate about expanding the adoption of cryptocurrencies through safe and secure platforms like the Giving Block. And Nick, I cannot wait for the $2.5 billion opportunity. So keep it going in the chat. Give Nick a warm welcome and take it away.
Hey, everybody. It's great to be here. Just want to make sure everyone can hear me okay. I'm just going to do a quick toggle of my video. Apologies for that. There we go. And there we are. So it's great to be here, everybody. Thanks so much, Candace. We're really excited to do this conversation for you today. I'm going to fast forward. I know we're a few minutes past the hour. You don't need to see more about my bio. So let's just jump right into the $2.5 billion opportunity with cryptocurrency donations. So let's jump right into it. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Really glad that you could join today's session on crypto philanthropy. It is a growing trend that's starting to play a really big role in the fundraising world. So again, my name is Nick Michalewski, Senior Sales Manager here at the Giving Block. And over the past several years, I've worked with thousands of nonprofits to help them understand and navigate cryptocurrency donations. And when I first started looking into crypto and philanthropy, it really felt like a niche idea, something interesting, but maybe a little bit futuristic. But now it's very real in a fast evolving space with billions already donated to charitable causes. So crypto philanthropy is changing the way that modern donors give and how organizations think about fundraising. So today we'll explore what that means, why it matters, and how nonprofits can approach it in a practical way. Now, keep in mind, I could go into a lot more detail, but we only have a limited amount of time today. And I didn't want to have, death by 1,000 PowerPoint slides. So I encourage everyone to book a one-on-one meeting with me and my team at some point this week or in the near future. Obviously, we have a booth after this as well. There's so much more I could say, that I couldn't squeeze into this presentation. So with that, let's get going. Now, wanted to start with a question. I mean, how many of you remember when online giving first became a thing? And for a long time, crypto fundraising was all about writing checks and in person events. And then the internet changed everything. Now, at that time, there was a lot of skepticism. Will people really donate on the web? Is it safe? Is it secure? Can it actually impact philanthropy? It's pretty much the same conversation we're having about cryptocurrency donations right now. Now, these days, online giving makes up about 14% of all charitable donations, and digital first fundraising is just the way things are done. And crypto is following a similar path, but it's moving even faster. So, here's what we're going to cover today: where crypto philanthropy stands right now, why we expect 2.5 billion in crypto donations this year, who crypto donors are, what motivates them, and what makes them different. We'll look at some real world examples of nonprofits already using crypto to make a big impact, and some practical steps to start accepting or expanding crypto donations in your organization. So with that, let's jump in. Now, crypto giving is no longer an experiment, it is a movement. So let's start with some highlights from the Giving Block's 2025 annual report on crypto philanthropy. This is the industry standard. We put this report out every single year. Download the latest copy. It's fantastic. But a few major themes here. So in 2024, well over $1 billion in cryptocurrency was donated to nonprofits. That's not projected. That's already happened. And 70% of Forbes' top 100 charities now accept cryptocurrency. And this trend continues to grow. And the average crypto donation in 2024 was nearly $11,000, about a 400% increase from 2023. So crypto donors are not just giving, they're giving in a major way. So the big question is, why is crypto philanthropy exploding right now? And there's really three main reasons. First, a massive transfer of wealth is underway. And I know we've all heard about the great wealth transfer that's seeing 84 trillion moving from baby boomers to millennials and Gen Z over the next 2 decades. But this wealth transfer is a little different. Younger generations are investing in completely new ways from their parents. And instead of traditional assets like bonds, real estate, or CDs, they're putting their money into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other digital assets. And as a result, we're seeing a shift in how they give to charity. 2, crypto is becoming more mainstream. In 2024, Bitcoin hit an all-time high of nearly $110,000 per unit, surpassing many expectations. And the new regulatory and financial landscape made it easier than ever before to engage with crypto. And major financial institutions moved in, adding $100 billion in new investment, and this has really legitimized the asset class. So all of this is creating more stability and confidence in crypto, which directly impacts giving. And finally, nonprofits are catching on, but there's still room to lead. So as I said, many of the biggest charities already accept crypto and their donations have been steadily increasing. But here's the catch. Most small and mid-sized nonprofits still haven't fully embraced it. And that means that there's a unique opportunity for the early adopters and the first movers to stand out, engage with a new donor base before the rest of the sector catches up. So what does all this mean for you as nonprofit leaders? Well, a few things here. If you're looking for new major donors, this is an untapped pool of high net worth investors with significant assets to give. And the best part, they are likely already in your donor base. The majority of crypto giving comes from existing donors who already know you and support you. So if you're focusing on endowments or capital campaigns, crypto donors can be the key to securing transformational gifts. And if you care about diversifying your fundraising revenue, something that's probably on the minds of a lot of you right now, adding crypto donations is low risk, high reward. And today I'll show you why. So the numbers we saw in 2024 weren't just incremental growth. They were historic milestones that signaled a new shift in how donors give and how nonprofits raise funds. So let me walk you through some of the key stats from the past year. Now, first, crypto adoption exploded. This was one of the largest single year totals we've ever seen in crypto philanthropy. And compare this to 2023, when donations were in the hundreds of millions. This jump represents a massive acceleration in adoption. Nonprofits that integrated crypto donations in 2024 saw some of their largest single gifts ever. And we have not seen any signs of that slowing down now. So the proverbial phone was ringing off the hook with donors looking to offset their crypto gains. And the nonprofits that clearly signaled they accepted crypto gifts outperformed. Now, second, as I said, more of the world's largest charities officially validated crypto giving. The number of large nonprofits accepting crypto increased 25% from 2023. And organizations like Save the Children, the American Cancer Society, the Red Cross, and St. Jude's have built full-fledged crypto donation programs. And the perception that crypto giving is risky or uncertain is fading fast. Third, crypto donors gave more. And crypto donors are giving between 50 to 100 times more than the average cash donation. And why? Well, there's two key reasons. One, wealth creation. Many crypto donors saw huge market gains in 2024, and they gave more as a result. And two, tax incentives. Donating crypto directly offsets capital gains tax, so donors save money and give more. So crypto is not just an alternative donation method, it's a major gift strategy. And finally, 2024 saw huge crypto market performance. In January 2024, Bitcoin was hovering around $45,000, and by December, it had more than doubled. And when crypto assets appreciate, holders feel wealthier and they're more inclined to give. And we saw the same trend in previous market cycles. Every time the crypto market hits record highs, philanthropy follows. And as major banks vaulted crypto into a mainstream investment asset, crypto has now been incorporated into millions of financial investment portfolios as a result. So these massive donations and adoption rates didn't happen in a vacuum. There were four major forces behind the crypto philanthropy explosion in 2024. So first, as we said, the crypto bull run fueled those donations. So when crypto assets appreciate, holders look for ways to optimize their portfolios. And we all know charitable giving is one of the best ways to do that. And many donors time their gifts at market peaks to maximize their tax benefits. Now, this behavior isn't new, but in 2024, the scale was significantly larger. And I would also point out that we're at the start of another massive crypto bull run, so we expect to see new highs in 2025. Now, two, regulatory clarity and mainstream adoption. One of the biggest hurdles to crypto adoption was always, around sort of some regulatory uncertainty. But in 2024, we saw some major breakthroughs. So spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs were approved by the SEC, making it easier for institutional investors to engage with crypto. Clear tax guidelines in major markets removed friction for donors, and more banks and financial institutions integrated crypto offerings, which, as we said, further legitimized the asset class. But number three is really important. Younger donor base took the lead. Millennial and Gen Z now own a significant portion of all crypto assets. And these younger generations are digitally native. They prefer to give online rather than writing checks. They're mission driven. They want their giving to be efficient, transparent, and impactful. And they're philanthropically minded. They want to make a difference with their growing wealth. And finally, global events reinforce crypto's strength as a philanthropic tool. So just like we saw with the Ukraine conflict in 2022, crypto is often one of the fastest ways to donate during crises. And 2024 was no different. Cryptocurrencies played a key role in disaster relief efforts following major earthquakes, fires, and floods, funding global education initiatives, particularly in regions with limited banking infrastructure, and supporting human rights organizations in countries where access to traditional financial systems is restricted. So the takeaway, 2024 was just the beginning. It was a breakout year for crypto philanthropy. We surpassed 1 billion in donations. We've seen major charities go all in on crypto giving, and we've watched crypto donors give significantly more in a tax smart way, that's now more prevalent in many donors' financial mix. This is all thanks in large part to wealth and financial advisors having a compliant and regulated way for the very first time to discuss crypto with their clients. In fact, for many investment advisors, crypto was the number one question their customers asked them about in 2024. And these professional firms also bring much needed tax guidance, especially to younger investors. And the largest financial firms are fighting to win this new crypto client base. So, who are these donors? Right? One of the most common misconceptions I hear from nonprofit leaders is that crypto donors maybe are just tech savvy speculators, people more interested in magic internet money than in actually making an impact. But the reality is very different. So, crypto donors are some of the most philanthropic, engaged, and mission driven donors we've ever seen. They're giving at higher levels than many of their peers. They're deeply invested in causes they care about. And most importantly, they represent a new donor demographic in philanthropy. So, understanding crypto donors is vital because they represent the greatest concentration of youth, wealth, and propensity to give than any other donor demographic. These donors are worth your time. So, who are these donors? Well, crypto donors often skew younger, predominantly in their 20s and 30s, yet they're wealthier and more philanthropic than you might expect. And plus, with the entrance of these major banks and investment firms, older donors have shifted a portion of their investments into digital assets. Nonprofits I speak to are always surprised at how much crypto is in their existing networks. They've just never asked, or donors haven't been aware that it's even an option. So we often see two major types of crypto donors. First, the crypto evangelists, the visionaries. These donors aren't just investing in crypto, they believe in it. They see blockchain technology as the future and are committed to reshaping finance and society. Many were early Bitcoin or Ethereum adopters, meaning they've seen massive gains over the years, and they tend to support causes that align with decentralization, transparency, and global impact. Many are involved in Web3 projects, decentralized finance or DeFi, and non-fungible tokens, NFTs. And they want to see nonprofits innovate with these technologies as well. Now, they donate because they believe that blockchain can solve global challenges like financial inequality and corruption. And they want to support organizations that embrace transparency and efficiency. And they're really passionate about education, financial access, and human rights. So the key takeaway here, these donors respond well to nonprofits that actively promote crypto and engage with them. Now, the second group are the optimistic investors, the strategists. This group of donors sees crypto philanthropy primarily as a tax-efficient giving strategy. Many are high net worth individuals who made significant gains in crypto investments. And they're often active traders or investors in altcoins, stablecoins, and DeFi projects. And they donate because they want to maximize their financial impact while maintaining a diversified portfolio. And they're looking for well-structured giving options like donor-advised funds and endowments. So these donors respond well to clear tax-related messaging from nonprofits. So make sure you highlight tax benefits on your donation page and in your communications. So now that we understand who they are, let's talk about how they give. And again, we've already seen how much more they give on average. And crypto giving is not just about small transactions. As I said, it's a major gift strategy. If you cultivate relationships with crypto donors the same way you would with major donors, you could unlock transformational giving. And if you're looking to build that dream major gifts program, these donors are one of the key ingredients to get there. Now, second, taxes, as we saw on the last page, right? Many crypto donors just aren't giving out of generosity. They're making a smart financial decision. But let me go into that in a little bit more detail. So if a donor sells their crypto for cash and then donates it, they owe capital gains on the appreciation. But if they donate the crypto directly to a nonprofit, they offset their capital gains tax and can deduct the full value of the donation. This can increase their effective giving power by 20 to 30%, depending on tax rates. It's the exact same tax benefit as donating stock or contributing to a donor-advised fund. So make tax advantages clear, many donors don't realize how much they can save. Work with financial advisors to provide guidance on tax efficient giving strategies, and of course, considering partnering with a crypto donation platform to simplify the process. Now, crypto donors don't just think locally, they think globally. Because crypto is not tied to any one country, donors can support causes anywhere in the world without the barriers of banking restrictions, currency exchange rates, slow wire transfers. So if you have international programs, emphasize how crypto can directly support that global impact. And accepting crypto enables your nonprofit to tap into international donor pools. And finally, some crypto donors are tech savvy, innovation driven, and transparency focused. And they want to know where their donation is going, how efficiently their money is being used, and what impact they're making. So be transparent. Consider sharing more detailed impact reports and meet them where they are. Engage with them on social platforms and in Web3 communities. So, again, why do crypto donors matter? Well, we're seeing the largest generational shift in wealth in history, and a huge percentage of that wealth has and will continue to move into crypto assets. So, crypto donors are not just part of the giving future, they are the present. And charities cultivating relationships with these supporters now are the ones being less impacted by near-term funding disruptions, and they're future-proofing their giving programs for the coming decades. So we've talked about the rise of crypto philanthropy, who these donors are, and why they're giving at record levels. But let's go one step further. What does success actually look like? So here are a few examples of some nonprofits that have embraced crypto giving and seen some great results. So first up, the Identity Theft Resource Center, the ITRC. So in May 2024, the ITRC received their very first crypto gift for $1.4 million in Bitcoin. This was followed by an additional $2 million donation, bringing the total to $3.4 million in crypto gifts inside 6 months. This donation was larger than their entire annual budget. So the story is important because this was a small to medium-sized nonprofit that was able to secure a transformational gift simply by being open to crypto donations. And these gifts also help insulate the ITRC from government grant reductions. So the lesson here, a single crypto donation has the potential to be extremely impactful. And if you accept crypto, you open the door to 6- and 7-figure gifts that you might have never received otherwise. Next up, Make-A-Wish International. Like everybody knows Make-A-Wish, and in 2024, they raised about $400,000 in crypto, and this helped grant over 1,000 wishes to critically ill children worldwide. And the organization actively publicized its crypto acceptance, leading to an increased engagement from donors. Now, Make-A-Wish saw a direct impact from crypto. More funding meant more wishes granted, and crypto donors respond really well to transparent, mission-driven campaigns. So the lesson here is if you integrate crypto giving into your messaging, you can connect with new donor audiences, and promotion matters. This crypto giving doesn't happen in a vacuum. Organizations that publicize crypto acceptance see the biggest results. Next up, Sea Turtles. Now, this is an organization that has just started accepting crypto, and they've raised $175,000 in crypto donations, which has helped fund sea turtle conservation in 15 countries. And this organization leveraged crypto donors and NFT-based fundraising to drive awareness and engagement. And I should point out that environmental and conservation groups represent one of the fastest growing verticals in this space. So Sea Turtles is a relatively small nonprofit, yet their success proves that crypto giving isn't just for the billion-dollar charities. And if a conservation nonprofit focused on a niche cause can thrive with crypto, any mission-driven organization can. So the lesson here, remember, you don't need to be one of the big guys, and even grassroots organizations can attract major gifts. Now, aside from specific organizations, schools and universities have been uniquely positioned for success in crypto. And in 2024, the average crypto donation to schools and universities was over $38,000, more than many typical annual fund gifts. And universities have historically benefited from major endowments and planned giving, and now they're seeing crypto gifts as a new major funding source. The scale of these donations has even been outpacing traditional alumni giving. And we project that 25 to 35% of alumni own digital assets. So the lesson here is if you're an organization in education, or if your university system has a research or healthcare arm, crypto donors may be highly motivated to give. And schools and universities leveraging young alumni ambassadors are reaching new areas of giving inside their networks. So, what do all of these organizations have in common? Well, first, they made crypto giving easy. They removed friction from the process. Two, they actively promoted their crypto acceptance. And it's not enough to just simply accept crypto. These organizations made sure donors knew about it. And they included crypto options in newsletters, social media campaigns, and fundraising appeals. And three, they benefited from the unique traits of crypto donors, higher average donations, tax benefits, borderless giving, and many saw their largest gift ever come from crypto holders. And finally, they engage with the crypto community. Some hosted NFT auctions, partnered with crypto influencers, or joined Web3 discussions. And this helped them connect with a donor base that thinks differently from traditional philanthropists. So there's one thing you can take away from these case studies. Just let it be this. Any nonprofit, regardless of size or sector, can tap into this opportunity. So as we look ahead to 2025 and beyond, crypto philanthropy is not slowing down. In fact, it's accelerating. And since the start of this year, crypto donors have been giving an average of $1.2 million per week. So what will the next 12 months look like? How big will crypto giving get? Which causes could benefit the most? And how can nonprofits position themselves to maximize this opportunity? Well, here's some of the main themes that we're watching. As we said before, we're at the start of the next crypto bull run. And analysts predict the total crypto market cap could hit 5 trillion. Some even estimate up to 10 trillion by the end of 2025. But even conservative projections point to steady growth, which directly impacts donors' financial capacity. Philanthropy tends to follow wealth creation. So as crypto wealth grows, expect larger donations from individuals. And more traditional financial institutions are getting involved in crypto, making it more accessible and trusted by donors. And as regulations become clearer, more donors, especially those with significant assets, will see crypto giving as a smart and tax-efficient way to contribute. So what kind of growth are we forecasting? Well, in our 2025 annual report, we're projecting $2.5 billion in crypto donations this year, more than double what we saw last year. And this forecast is based on the market cap to donations ratio that we see in the stock market. In traditional finance, a rising stock market leads to increased charitable giving. Crypto is following the same trend. If crypto market cap doubles, the proportion of giving is expected to scale accordingly. And we've seen this pattern take place in past years. So if you haven't yet taken a serious look at setting up crypto donations, 2025 is the time to get started. And if you've already added a crypto option, consider expanding efforts. Major donors are looking for efficient ways to donate. And of course, crypto donations are a fantastic diversification option. And this should be a tool in every fundraiser's toolkit going forward. Now, just about every development officer I speak with agrees that crypto is here to stay, and it's expanding into millions of financial portfolios year over year. So here are some of the cause areas where we think are primed for more crypto gifts this year. First up, humanitarian aid and disaster relief. Crypto is instant, it's borderless, unrestricted, making it the best way to send emergency funds globally. We've already seen crypto donations fuel Ukraine relief, earthquake response, and pandemic aid. And even greater adoption in 2025 as governments and NGOs turn to crypto for crisis relief efforts. So ensure your organization can process crypto donations in real time, because as we all know, in a crisis, speed matters. Next up, education and research, universities and alumni giving. As we pointed out, younger generations, millennials and Gen Z, are crypto native investors. And many alumni now hold substantial crypto assets and will prefer donating crypto versus cash they need for monthly expenses. Universities have already started accepting multi-million dollar crypto donations, and we don't see this slowing down anytime soon. And even legacy philanthropists who have shifted a portion of their portfolio into digital assets are motivated to give crypto to their alma maters. So, if you're an educational institution, set up crypto-friendly alumni giving programs and promote that tax-efficient giving option for alumni with appreciated crypto. And finally, faith-based organizations. Churches, mosques, synagogues, and other religious institutions are seeing strong crypto adoption. Millions of dollars from first-time crypto donors went to churches last year. And many faith communities already accept tithes and donations online. Crypto is the natural next evolution. So, educate your donors on how crypto tithing works and its tax benefits if you're in the faith-based sector. So, to recap, in 2025, start or expand crypto donation programs. It's not niche, it's a mainstream giving channel. Educate your donors. Many crypto holders still don't know about the tax benefits of donating digital assets when they take crypto profits. And engage with the community. Crypto donors expect nonprofits to speak their language and meet them where they are. So at this point, the question isn't whether you should accept crypto, it's how quickly can you adapt to the shift in giving behavior. So let me walk you through what you can do right now to attract this kind of giving. Now, here's the good news. It is not complicated at all. You don't need to be a blockchain expert or launch your own cryptocurrency. You just need to take simple strategic steps to welcome crypto donors into your fundraising ecosystem. So first, integrate crypto donation options prominently. Crypto donors shouldn't have to dig through multiple pages on your website to find out if you accept digital assets. In fact, that's one of the biggest reasons you may be missing crypto gifts. A website visitor that doesn't see the crypto option simply leaves and then donates to an adjacent charity instead. If you make it easy and visible, you will see results. So here's what this looks like in practice. Place a clear Donate Crypto button on your homepage and your donation pages. Work with a trusted crypto donation platform to simplify processing. Accept multiple types of crypto to broaden donor availability. And include a crypto donation FAQ page that explains how crypto donations work, the immediate tax benefit for donors, and how donations are processed. And this really matters. 75% of crypto donors have told us they won't donate if the process is confusing or unclear. So crypto giving follows the exact same process as stock donations. It is immediately liquidated for cash upon donation. So if you've been comfortable taking stock donations for decades, crypto is no different. Now, second, educate donors and staff on the advantages. As I've said, most donors simply aren't aware that donating crypto directly can save them 20 to 30% in tax. And maybe your fundraising staff isn't quite comfortable discussing crypto with supporters. Education solves both problems. So, train your development staff so they can confidently discuss crypto donations, just like stock donations. Maybe host a webinar or a donor event about how crypto giving works and its tax benefits. And work with financial advisors to educate high net worth donors on strategic crypto philanthropy. Now, if your team can't explain this clearly, you're missing major gifts. And educating donors helps break down misconceptions. Crypto giving is not complicated and functions just like traditional asset-based giving. Now, next, showcase that impact and that transparency. Crypto donors get really excited when they can see exactly where their money's going. especially when you can show what some fractional unit of crypto means for your programs. So share those real world impact stories of how crypto gifts have advanced your mission, and feature crypto donors in success stories or annual reports, just like you would for major donors. And many crypto donors come from that Web3 and blockchain community where transparency is such a core value. So if you emphasize efficiency and accountability, you will build trust and attract more donations. And finally, engage younger donors and Web3 communities. Millennials and Gen Z are the biggest crypto holders, and they're also the future of philanthropy. So to engage them, you need to meet them where they are. So be active on social platforms, Twitter, X, Discord, Reddit. I mean, these are where some of those crypto conversations happen. And so many crypto donors have told us that charities need to be active online because that's how they hear about your mission. So philanthropy is changing, and crypto donors have become a major force in charitable giving. So remember, crypto might sound complicated, but in truth, it's the exact same asset-based approach you already take in many of your existing conversations with supporters. So if you follow these easy steps, you can secure a game-changing gift that transforms your organization's future. Now, before we close, let me just take a quick moment to kind of connect all the dots. So we started today by looking at how crypto philanthropy has evolved into a billion-dollar fundraising channel. We explored the data, the donor trends, the real-world success stories, and the big opportunities ahead. So before we wrap up, let me just go over some key takeaways to remember. So first, crypto philanthropy is already mainstream. Over $1 billion in donations in 2024, 70% of the top 100 charities now accept crypto. The average crypto gift size significantly larger than traditional online gifts. And charities actively fundraising with crypto are growing their programs faster. Second, 2025 will be even bigger. We're expecting $2.5 billion in crypto donations this year, potentially even more if the market remains bullish. And crypto adoption is accelerating, and younger donors are leading the charge. And with major banks and financial institutions having entered the space, millions of investors now have crypto in their portfolios. So the crypto market is projected to hit 5 to 10 trillion by the end of 2025, creating even more donor wealth and giving potential. And if you think crypto giving is big now, just wait, because I think we have only just started scratching the surface. And finally, nonprofits that take action now will lead. So by making crypto donations easy and visible, you'll attract a new generation of major donors, you're increasing a higher value gifts that are tax smart, and you'll appeal to modern donor preferences. And every major fundraising shift, from online giving to crowdfunding to social media fundraising, was met with some initial skepticism at first. But the nonprofits that embraced innovation early became leaders in their space. So remember, crypto is already here, the donors are already here, and the wealth transfer is already here. So I strongly urge you to make 2025 the year you take the first step off the sidelines. So with that, thank you, everybody. If you have any questions or you want to dive deeper, stop by the Giving Block booth. My team and I would love to answer any of those questions or set up a one-on-one meeting. But with that, thank you all for joining. I hope you learned something new, and I hope many more of you turn on crypto giving in 2025. Thank you.
Nick, this was so great. Thank you so much for walking us through it. I think that's just like so practical of just like the look at what the real potential of crypto gifts are. And like you just said, I think this is really just the beginning. This is going to be a whole new revenue stream and could be a really, really great way to diversify your revenue and also future proof your organization. So what an incredible opportunity with the Giving Block. I had a question come in. Is it easy to add a crypto option to our website? Do regular platforms already allow it, like GiveButter, PayPal, Zephy, places like that? Or is it something new that we need to add to the website to take crypto?
Yeah, it's really easy. A lot of these platforms integrated. We have a really easy iframe that's embedded right in your website. No IT work, no coding involved. Literally takes minutes to set up.
Amazing. So perfect. There's a lot of really, really great questions in here. I know that Luis has already gone in and answered a few, but I want to get to this one just because I think it'll help a lot of people.
Yeah.
Um, uh, our nonprofit has capacity to receive crypto gifts for a while, but we haven't received any yet. It is on our website as a way for people to give. But what do you recommend that we do to receive more crypto gifts? So, what audiences can they be attracting? How can they market that this is an opportunity for them? Just any tips on even where to find crypto donors?
Yeah, the biggest thing when you're getting started is frequency of communications. So the ones that are seeing those gifts are the ones that are incorporating this in just about all of their giving motions throughout the year. They're including it even in like their hard copy mailers with like a QR code that someone can easily scan with their smartphone and in a few clicks donate some crypto. So it's just incorporating that into just about everything they're doing and trying to get it into as many conversations. So the ones that I see getting those crypto gifts consistently and throughout the year are the ones that have been incorporating this into so many different giving motions. So just make sure it's something that you're continuing to hit on, and especially in 2024 when we saw such a huge run up in the crypto markets. If you're trying to make that ask after we've sort of reached some kind of a peak, and there's a lot of volatility that happens in crypto. I mean, that's one of the places where sometimes people think, hey, there's an all-time high. Why aren't people giving? Well, if you've only mentioned it in a couple places, it's those organizations that have continually occupied that mind share with donors that captures their attention. So a donor knows exactly where to go to when they're ready to give. So just keep up that frequency.
Yeah, I think that's such a perfect way to put it because, just having your donation page on the website, sure, you're going to get, some gifts, even just a regular donation page. If you're not driving traffic there, you're not going to see the results. So crypto giving is no different. Maybe you want to segment that audience and have like a different, stewardship pipeline to acquire those crypto donors. I highly recommend segmentation and really identifying those like personas that you're trying to attract, and that can be really helpful. But yeah, the more you share it, the more you market that this is an option, the more donations you're going to receive 100%. So thanks, Nick. And then Ian asked, because I thought that this was a good question as well. Is there a risk to receiving crypto gifts?
So there isn't any kind of, I would say, financial risk, and certainly working with a platform that makes it easy doesn't really throw up any potential security risks or anything like that. But probably worth having some talking points if you feel like this acceptance might ruffle some feathers. I mean, for example, like the environmental conservation groups, like we said, one of the fastest growing verticals. That's probably where we get a lot of questions around, like, geez, if I move in this direction, am I being somewhat of a hypocrite? So just have some of those talking points ready, have that strategy, and for the most part, the vast majority of nonprofits that have moved into the space have seen tremendous success, and especially their donors have just been super excited to be able to propel the missions that they care about even farther with all of this new extra funding that's tax smart, that saves them money. It's win-win for donors, win-win for nonprofits.
I love it. So my question for you, it's not in the Q&A. For any organizations that want to get started receiving crypto gifts, what is their next step?
Yeah, just reach out to our team at The Giving Block, www.thegivingblock.com. Literally takes minutes to get started. We'd love to walk you through it.